So let's talk about nothing so we can test the stream
Well, we
and
like Call of Duty now. We all know how to feel about it.
yeah,
We
that's
just
pretty much
don't
the theme
really.
of like everything that's
Kinda
happened.
like having an erection for legal. Know how to feel about it, but you're cool with it, kind of.
Well, I'm sampling that for a cold open. Uh,
You think I'm weird, but you feel the same way. Don't judge me till you judge yourself.
don't judge me,
I'm
don't
just
judge
telling you,
yourself.
I thought, I go, huh.
Uh,
And if I found out what Rule 34 was, I said, screw it.
oh god. Yeah, that does feel like
Like, he's like, like, let's roll this one.
it definitely feels like one of those weird situations where like Nintendo has just officialized Rule 34. Oh lord.
So like make a male Zelda. That's not chic.
Yeah. She's badass though.
Call like uh Zeldo.
Zeldo. It's just Linkle with a mustache. It's just like it keeps going down the fucking rabbit hole.
And like Ganondorf. Like
Yeah.
it's okay.
Ganonda, and it's like a female Ganon, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
this is weird. I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. And then Tingla.
Tingla. That's even
For
worse.
some reason it has like a giant rat. You're like, Jesus.
So, your mic's not picking up.
Oh, it isn't? Well, we'll try
No.
here then.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Now my hilarious joke's gonna be involved in the stream.
Well, I mean, my mic was picking you up, but
Oh, okay. It wasn't clear. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Coin Up there. And we're now you can't see anything.
yeah, exciting episode of testing the audio settings with
Ooh.
Eric and Rob.
I've just woke up from my Fallout 4 coma.
Your mom's a Fallout coma. What?
That's nice, Robert.
Yeah, it is. Oh, good lord. Move that away from your mic. Or move the mic away from your head.
That
Okay.
better?
Yes.
Excuse me. I said excuse me.
Alright, switch your thing. And go to your audio settings real quick.
What?
So down just one.
More?
No, down.
Down.
There you go.
Why?
Huh? So just no. Up one. Good
Up
lord.
one.
Like a monkey in a sidecar. Alright, right there. Back out.
Enter. Back.
You are a foul beast.
Me?
What you are. Yes, I just had your burp in my ear.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Ready to go?
Should be, yeah.
We're gonna black it opposite up. Gonna blow up.
Racist. Alright,
Hey,
yes.
QAW, we're back.
That's what we're doing.
I'm back in QAW now. Yay me.
And so I think we're just gonna take turns on some multiplayer for a bit
Okay.
and start that way.
Team deathmatch.
That's interesting. Oh, that's weird. You're in a party with me. I really hope it doesn't like split screen us for multiplayer because that's gonna be really awkward.
Well, put a team game on. That way we can
Well, yeah.
split team deathmatch. Just
Let's
to
do
try it out.
ground war on. Let's do ground war on Nuketown because we hate ourselves. Have you played the Nuketown yet?
No, I haven't actually.
It's not great. So I'm gonna start this off super negative and just gonna have everybody hate me. I'm not really a big fan of Nuketown.
How come?
It's not a fun map to me.
Why not?
Well, probably because I didn't like I haven't been playing this game since, like every iteration of it since the first one. So I have like this like nostalgic fondness for the map, and as a map, it just doesn't do it for me. It's really small,
Yeah, it's very close
and
quarters.
yeah, it's just really strange.
I don't know. I really like close quarters fighting. So
I mean, I do too, and I guess it's it's one of those things. Oh God, this isn't good.
this
This is bad. Like this isn't gonna end well. We're gonna call this part of the test because this is not acceptable.
we gotta change this, my friend.
Yeah, like this is not okay. So sorry everybody for the split screen.
It's like boo-boo right now.
Yeah, it's not good. Multiplayer split screen is not going to do what
Yeah,
we want
this
it
is
to
not
do.
Halo.
Well, it's like it's fine for like campaign or for playing for playing local, but like yeah.
They're just like screwing around, like no one would care, but like
Yeah.
I'm a professional around here, folks. We're not doing a good job.
Hey, I got a kill. Oh, I got a
Oh,
assist. I got another assist. Everything I got was an assist just now. It's like, why did I even bother?
Ow. Ow. Flailed around a little bit there.
A little bit.
I do like how you can run the walls. It's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of things about this game that I'm really pleased with. That we'll talk about once we get sorted out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, alright. You want to just quit out?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So we gotta adjust the mic anyway. Yes, we're game quitters, and we're gonna turn the volume on the game itself down a little. So.
Yeah, but we're not double shotgun guys.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Double shotgun guy is a dog rapist.
Is that
No,
still-
it's not. I think
Okay.
there's a dual pistols.
Yeah, I saw that. Like you
thing.
can do that, which
Yeah.
it's kind of cool, I guess. You know.
Good lord. Game audio's loud.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Turn down the actual game itself, then.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this. Sorry for the back and forth here, folks. This is early stream, so there we go. Let's do that.
Yeah.
What's that button do?
Treyarch.
Okay, yeah, that should do it. All right, so let's see if we can figure out how to get you out of the party without kicking you from
Hold on.
the audio party. Okay, so
We're ladies.
yeah.
Now
Good
we're-
lord, it literally will not let me kick you from the party because you're in the game. What the fuck?
Okay, hold on.
This is really strange.
Okay, error. Let me try. Something.
Okay. You're gonna try to close, like, if you close the game out, it's not gonna...
No, I'm thinking about like.
See if you can leave the party.
Yeah. Leave alone.
Okay.
Okay. Can't.
Now don't touch anything. So this should do it. Hopefully it doesn't kick you from the audio party. I'm still monitoring the audio a little bit here, so keep talking.
We found out that grandma plays the numbers. The song from Fallout 4.
Oh, I was about to say, like, why are you from the 20s all of a sudden? Is it working? Cross your fingers.
Bad tip skeletons.
Keep talking.
Stay on target. Stay on target. Wolverine Park.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, alright. So, audio's all set. Eric
Welcome
is
back
no
to
longer fucking awkwardly jerking off in the corner of my split screen experience.
Everyone watches Robert play now because Eric's not doing his thing.
So we're gonna take turns, pass back and forth. We're totally doing kill confirm because I haven't done this in forever.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's good. I think the first time you played it was with me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god. 3 on 5. Matchmaking is still a little spotty in this game.
Yeah, they'll fill in though.
Yeah. And it's interesting thing that I found out, and I'm not sure if this has happened in the past, because again, I haven't really played these in a while. But if you join a game in progress and you lose, it doesn't count.
Huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
like it just doesn't count for
It's like
you.
you don't like you're not getting the inherent runs
Yeah,
like a pitcher would.
yeah. It's
Baseball.
pretty cool.
Baseball.
So, let's talk about Black Ops. Actually, let's first talk about the fact that this is the first stream we've done in a while.
Well, yeah, we've been busy and also life.
Yeah, although those two things are essentially the same thing.
True, but we try to maximize our things, right? Get him! Right in the knee! Take that, you jerk!
Um, yeah, it's been a little while. We had some setbacks that kind of slowed us down a little, and we've been kind of approaching how we want to do things going forward, which is good because the way that we were doing things wasn't really working. So
Pick up your tags,
yeah,
people.
I picked them up. I got them.
I know, right? People
scooping
leave
'em
your
up.
tags everywhere.
Hey, if you're gonna leave the tags and no one's gonna get them, I will totally take your points.
Right.
But yeah, we've been out and about a little. We're back now, which is cool.
Yeah, like a heart attack.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Nice.
Yeah. There's another one around here somewhere, though. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out. I was like, that's gonna end poorly.
Yeah, but we've been, kind of busy, but your promise is streaming more. I'm planning on, this is not a confirmed thing, but tomorrow night, like late night, doing a Fallout 4, like after hours thing.
Yeah.
So like, bring your smoking jacket and some,
God, I always screw that
fine
up.
brandy. We'll do that.
I mean, if you like brandy. I think I've only had brandy once, and it was okay. It's weird. I think it's if I'm thinking of the right thing, and I might be just like showing how classless and base I am right now. But I think it was too sweet for me.
I've never had it before.
Really, I think it's like a really, and maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, there you left.
Yep. Shit. I tried to warm up this morning. It
Yeah.
didn't help.
And you can't afford like brandy. Like cooking sherry works. It's like, just drink
I
it
was
fast.
saving this for a special occasion.
Yeah.
Piece of glass.
Walking on broken glass. Toot, toot, toot. Oh, no.
Risky move. Oh shit. Oh shit. God
Kill
damn it. It's
denied.
always me. It's always me. I don't know if I need to adjust my sensitivity or what. Like,
I don't know.
I've been really off today, which I'm sure is, a perfect excuse for me not doing well. Like, oh, I'm off today. I'm usually good. No, I'm not. I'm not
Oh,
usually
my
good.
MOG Pro
I am-
status today.
Fucking runny shit at this game is what I am. But,
I'm getting pretty good at it though.
huh?
I'm getting pretty good at it myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get better. Like, what'll happen is I'll be really, really streaky for a long time. And it's like this is always the flow of things when I play shooters. It's like I'll be really crap for a long time, and then I'll be kind of streaky, and then I'll get to a point where I've just
Yep.
everything connects.
Nice.
Ah, shit.
Yeah,
Ah,
sure.
there's always another
Yeah,
one.
you have to keep your
I
sights just in
know,
case. Okay,
I
clear the room
know.
first.
Do this.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck the sparrow. I can't hit shit with a sparrow. So
Oh.
I just switched to vision pulse.
I
It's like I'm not doing this
actually just
anymore.
speaking of which, I decided to focus on the battery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cause like, and here's why: is that like if you're gonna give me an
Oh,
option
come
to be
on.
like certain like characters in this game, I don't want to be like the like super bro dude like at all. Like the oh man, I got a backwards baseball cap and I watch
Yeah, it's not
football with my bros and I get mad at my wife for not making my nachos correctly.
Well, look, everybody gets mad at their wife.
Yeah, it's true.
I can relate to that. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll go there. But yeah, like I was like, and like, huh? Let me see the female characters, what they're
Are
up
you
to.
fucking serious
Asian
with this
lady,
nonsense?
kind of racist. Don't like her too much. Sparrow, kind of cool, but you can never see her face. It's kind of annoying, honestly.
What? Really? Are
Yeah.
your criteria for this whole situation?
Oh yeah,
really odd?
I'm picky as
I don't
hell.
want
I
to
know,
Give up.
but
First match in, and I'm already fucking.
but like
salty.
battery's like, oh, she's kind of cool. Like yeah, I'll go with her. Plus, I like her grenade launcher. It's kind of cool too.
And I managed to drop it, but never mind. Get out of here, dude. Every corner I turn, I'm not in it right now.
You're not focusing. That's the issue.
Yeah.
That's okay though. We're not like we've never claimed to be good players in this game, so it doesn't
No.
really matter.
That's definitely an issue, but at the same time, I don't want it to be super boring because I wanted to talk instead
Oh,
of shoot people.
that's when our like charming personality comes into play, Robert.
Weird. Then
Look
we're
out!
fucked is what we are. That's
Like when you die and you just lay down.
Yeah.
Like put up in the coffin.
And to be fair, I have since this game came out, I have not been playing this nonstop. You know,
Yeah.
I got some lucky streaks and I've been back and forth. I mean, it's been a fucking work week and blah blah blah. Part of again,
There you go.
the situation where we've been out and
Nice.
no. I knew that thing was gonna get me. There was I
Yeah.
didn't have time to. I had to pick my targets. I was like, well, that thing's not going down easy. So
The
I'll
robo
take the
fucker.
others.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, like.
Now I do have a thing for it, so if it's
Nice.
still around. Yep, it is.
And he's dead already.
Yeah,
Good
of
job.
course it
Good
is.
job, Robert. We're all
God,
proud of you.
Jesus.
I know, right?
All right.
I like how, cause I read like I skimmed the review for this game the other day, and they're talking about how boring and bad the campaign is. I was like, well, what are you expecting? It's a Call of Duty game.
Yeah,
They're
well,
never good.
Well, honestly, I think people were kind of expecting it to be a little bit better. Just on principle of it's a like new direction for the thing, and they've changed stuff around. Are you fucking serious? God damn. It's actually kind of embarrassing now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Have I gotten a single like? Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, it's early in the morning. What do you want from me? But I think there was I think there was an expectation. Like I was certainly hoping that the campaign was at least halfway decent. Because I mean it's like they do have a reputation for really cinematic campaigns, and that kind of can sometimes I think that carries over to people expecting them to be good because they're cinematic, which obviously is that's a bad assumption to make. Oh god, that asshole was it in game earlier, like just sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I remember correctly, the campaign for the first Modern Warfare, and the first Modern Warfare, by the way, is the game that I judge all other Call of Duty games by now, just because it was really, I think it did a lot of things really well. It hit its stride really easily. Yeah, there's another one back here somewhere. Oh, good. Oh, god damn it! You weren't supposed to turn around. But yeah, it hit its stride really well, and just the campaign was interesting, and it was cinematic and fun, and at the same time the multiplayer was really spot on. And then just the campaigns always I think went downhill from there. So yeah, this one's just unintelligible. You can honestly probably skip it. Like I've played it, so when we played it, there were three of us, and we were talking over the whole first half of it. I went back and started it again by myself, perfectly silent, paying perfect attention to what's going on. It still makes no fucking sense whatsoever. It's complete
Well,
gibberish.
as soon like we were playing it, and as soon as I saw like Lieutenant like saw Stabler for a SVU in there, I was like, all right, this game would be crazy.
Well, oh yeah, but I mean, and that's like the fact that there's people like Marshawn Lynch is in this game, and there's
Yeah.
all kinds of people. Like the fact that
But hold on, wait. You're next though, Robert. Look at the bottom
I
left.
don't care.
Well, the guy that said you're next, well, you are.
Yeah, that's clever, and
Yeah.
you should feel bad about who you are. But like, yeah, I mean the fact that there are celebrities or whatever in this game is actually not my complaint. It's the fact that the story is complete nonsense. And it looks great cinematically. It's really interesting. Like a lot of the motion capture and all that are really. You want to take a turn?
I do.
So the mocap and everything are those are all really fun, but at the same time, it's just there's no substance to that. It's just not there. It's almost a waste of time to play it. Like there's too much else to do in this game to waste time on campaign. Which is I mean not to say that like we've actually really enjoyed this game, and I think that was really surprising for both of us because we've not played Call of Duty games for a long time, as you have seen and will see by the fact that we're god awful at them. Um, yeah, but at the same time, it's something that we didn't really expect. I definitely didn't expect to enjoy it when I tried out the beta. I tried it out purely as an objective, like let's see where this series has gone, and I found myself really enjoying it. I think a lot of the things that I mean, there are people who've complained obviously about the new stuff that they've added, like the specialist kill streaks and stuff, and not the kill streaks, just the specialist abilities
Yeah, it's really cool.
and the jetpacks and all stuff. It was like, it was a Call of Duty, and it was like, well, Call of Duty was boring, so
Well, it's like if it kept like people complain that they have the same thing over and over again, they change things.
Mhm.
No, it's just everyone has everything and no one's happy. Like Queen Lucy K
Yeah.
there, you know.
And I mean, it's totally legitimate to complain about stuff like the fact that matchmaking is a little broken and the game's kind of laggy at really bad times, and how because of lag compensation you actually have an advantage if your connection is really crappy.
Yeah.
I have been on both sides of that coin so far because my connection's bottomed out, and I've had people just basically moonwalking in front of me, and I was just able to gun them down. And at the same time, I've had situations where I've been shot through cover 5 seconds after I rounded a corner because there's no, like, there was just nothing to do. So that kind of stuff, those are legitimate complaints. That being said, I think the game's been running really well on PS4. You can turn down your sensitivity if you want, by the way.
No good.
Okay. I think the game's been running really well on PS4. I'm really happy with. It feels a lot like the early Call of Duties, which for me is a big deal. Because playing later ones, like once I got to like Modern Warfare 3 and playing some of them, and even I played the first Black Ops, I didn't have that same like just gut feeling about it. But this one, as soon as I jumped in and picked it up, it was like, oh wow,
That was
this
terrible.
is fun, and I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying it without any expectations. So I would say, I mean, my recommendation for the game, and we can leave it here. We can keep talking about it if you want. Is if you haven't played a Call of Duty game in a while, this would be a really good time to jump in.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking for like, and like it's totally my like, oh I'm bored, I want to kill people game online, you know.
Oh shit. Well, all right. Yeah, get those others before you die.
I believe I can fly.
That's the part where I get to make fun of you. Yay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely that game that will be there, and of course, if you like, this month is a really crappy month to be into games because there are
Why?
just too many games out there to play. I mean,
Fallout 4,
oh
Tomb
god,
Raider,
not to mention
StarCraft.
everything interesting from last month that I'm still working through because Triforce Heroes is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of stuff to play, and I mean, if you're playing Fallout or you're playing StarCraft, then this one is an excellent break. I'm skipping Fallout, so I've been playing this a little bit more, which makes it even worse. About the fact that I'm not good, even worse. Yeah, I have a problem with that one.
Well, like,
Because it is one of those games, sadly, that if you stop playing, you lose a lot of momentum. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can gain a lot of ground, skill-wise by playing, but the second you take, like, oh, I'm gonna take a couple days and go do something else,
Nope.
like, nope, it's gone. Because I started, I played a lot at launch, and then I took a break because I was at work, and I came back this weekend, and I was just complete garbage. So you have flashbangs; those are helpful if you. Like, I always keep flashbangs as a
yeah, you just wait for me.
yeah.
Get out of here, you.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah, no tip. It's points, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
At this point, it's
Uh-oh.
essentially whatever you can do. Yeah, you might want to crank your sensitivity down. I can see you like spinning a lot.
Yeah, I'm waving like crazy.
Yeah, you just take a second and do it. It's fine. I was thinking about playing with a little bit lower one anyway. It's a little bit above average, so if it's bothering you or if you're having
So
trouble.
I don't care that much.
Okay.
Cause then we be back and forth like now.
I mean, but I don't. I'm thinking I need to. I'm thinking I need to turn it down because I'm missing a lot, or I'm.
Owies.
That being said, the last couple shooters I played have been mouse and keyboard, so that may also be my problem.
It's true.
And something that's interesting about this, and I actually wanted to bring this up, but I had nobody to bring it up to. I actually called this a little. I'm giving myself a little bit of that.
Okay. In what way?
Well, so a while back, and I can find the article. It wasn't a particularly good article, but I thought I made some decent points. Whatever. I'm not gonna toot my own horn necessarily, but I kind of saw this coming. This whole like wall jump, verticality addition to a lot of games back when before Titanfall came out, and this was one of those things where I actually wrote an article talking about these games that were overhyped and that people were kind of criticizing, like Titanfall and Evolve, and some of that criticism was warranted, some of it wasn't. In this case with Evolve, most of it was warranted. But I thought it was interesting that these games were introducing new elements that I had a feeling would be picked up by the larger, more mainstream crowd, and it would actually, in some cases, I was wondering even if they would be done better by other games going forward. And Titanfall has pretty much. I have a feeling that Titanfall is going to be that game that kind of shifted the trend to where this verticality in shooters, this ability to run on walls and like kind of elevate how you think about approaching these situations, I mean, clearly it's taken off because these guys have worked it in. I mean, they worked it in a little bit in Advanced Warfare, and then they've worked it in here. And I mean, this would be the ideal candidate for that because obviously there was a lot of the team at Respawn that came from, you know, the Modern Warfare team back at Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly expect the wall running jetpacky. I mean, and Halo to a certain extent has taken some of that and used again borrowed it with the jetpacks using them. Obviously, the Halo did the jetpacks earlier, but I feel like from what I've seen of Halo 5, they've pushed that a little bit further and maybe used some of that, the way that Titanfall moves as an example or as, you know, kind of a muse for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm glad to see that take off because I think that was the best invention. Like for all of Titanfall's faults and maybe how it wasn't what everyone expected, I think the number one triumph of that game was the wall running and the way that you could move around like that. And so I'm really glad to see that take off. Nope.
Nope.
That guy is invisible as fuck.
I will say that like I wanted Titanfall to be a lot better of a game. Not that it was like terrible by
I
any
love
means.
Titanfall
It was
actually.
a lot of fun. I felt like one of the main things about it that was fun was like the robots. They were kind of boring after a while.
It depends. Now, and this is something that I learned early on, and I would always tell people, and I'm not sure if I told you. I think you jumped in a little bit before I was able to give you that advice. With the Titans, the absolute best thing you can do is, especially if you find yourself like not really doing very well with them, is to jump into Last Titan Standing and just play that playlist for a while. Because if you play that playlist for a while, you get much more instinctive about keeping your Titan alive. And when you start to get instinctive about keeping your Titan alive, it opens up the game a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, it really does. So I mean, because like if you treat the Titan like a perk, where you just drop in with it and then ditch it, you know, when it dies, you don't get enough out of it because they're not really built like kill streaks or something where you just set it and forget it. You have a HVAC, by the way. I would get to a corner before you use it. Yeah, you should probably. Oh, there you go. Well, you killed yourself with it though.
Yay me!
Yeah. So they were the way that they were built. If you were very cautious about them and you learned to keep them up, they became a lot more integral to the game. So that's why I actually am. I started out being a little disappointed with Titanfall, and then the more I played it, the more I actually started to enjoy it. And I will say that I'm extremely excited for Titanfall 2 because it's going to be cross.
Oh, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's coming to PS4, so I'll probably pick it up there. I don't know if I'll have an Xbox One by then, but what I hope for is I hope that because I think that some of the way that this controls is a little bit of an improvement on Titanfall's controls. Some of the things that Titanfall did are a little bit better. So I hope that they further. I want to see them take that concept a little bit further, or at least like improve their maps. Maybe because I like the idea that this has a free. Have you checked out the free run maps on this yet?
I have not. I should though.
Yeah. So it's a really cool idea where they're complete, like they're just absolute trials for free running. They don't. I mean, they involve shooting, but it's not a combat situation. So I would love to see them do something like that for Titanfall. And they did it in the tutorial, but it's not. It was never really a mode. It was just
Like, hey,
it was just
here's
teaching you
how
how to use
mechanics
it.
work.
Mhm.
Go out there, have fun, kiddo.
So I would love to see them incorporate something like that, and I would really love for them to take the campaign. Now they've already said that it's going to include like a full campaign, I believe, which I don't necessarily care about campaign, except that I would love to see the campaign multiplayer idea just taken that step further, because that was something that I was really excited about in the beginning, and it just fell on its face because they didn't really. It was clearly something that they didn't think through, and maybe they didn't have time, or they just didn't want to, or they didn't think that they understood how it worked. But that concept of multiplayer campaign, where you could do a mission-based campaign, hell, even give it like a hub world or something, but you could do things like allowing the outcome of these 4 versus 4 missions or something, like, I guess they were 6v6 in Titanfall.
Yeah.
But allowing these symmetrical co-op missions, allowing the outcome of them to affect how the campaign plays out. So like if you lose a match, it changes the way you play, and it gives it replay value because you can always go back in and queue up for these matches. And B, you can keep you can go back and play the story again to see how it plays out when you win, because you're gonna like it's gonna be streaky. Sometimes you're gonna have bad teams, or you're gonna have situations where you can't,
Yeah.
you
Or you
just
just
can't
suck. Or
win, and you could go the entire campaign without winning a single match. But I think it'd be interesting to see how they could play with that, like maybe even mix it up to where some things are single player, some things are multiplayer. I don't care about that one being like an always-on shooter. You can connect throughout the whole campaign, even if you're playing single player. But I don't know. I would love to see them take that a step forward and you know and see how that goes. I definitely want to see more Titans. I hope they.
Yeah, I think it'd be like really fun if they like had like, customizable Titans. Like you can
Mhm.
build up your Titan and.
They improved that a little. They gave you a few things, and they patched Titanfall
Oh yeah.
last year sometime, and they gave you a few little options like decals and the voice. Mine speaks Japanese now.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and those were kind of cool things. But yes, like being able to like kit out your Titans like you do a Spartan in Halo or like this would be a
Yeah,
really
totally.
cool
Like
step
yeah, you
forward.
have like a.
I expect those things. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would really be surprised if they didn't put those things in, just
Agree.
because they're so ubiquitous now. By the way, ubiquitous is my like word for the month. You'll hear me use it a lot.
Ubiquitous.
I don't know why. I've just been using it a lot. I'm switching to reflex sight because I can. Reflexies. Do you like my paint job with
Oh,
the
you did that
circuits and
yourself?
well, not the camo. I just like it's a really boring paint job because this gun doesn't really have a lot of options for
Yeah, I
paint.
know.
So I just like I put some orange and some circuits on there. I was like, I don't know, whatever, just
That's cool.
screwing with it. Yeah, it's fun. I think I got some more wild. No, I didn't get more wild cards. So wild cards are pretty cool. I've one of the things actually one of my main criticisms for this is I'm really disappointed with the perks. A lot of the perks are just really not interesting to me. I don't feel like they do very much, and the fact that I like this system where you can only have 10 of whatever in your loadout,
That's very interesting. Yes.
but it's honestly forcing me to like I'm about to get to the point where I'm ditching first run perks because I just don't care about them. I'd rather have more attachments to the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
The perks are just not interesting to me. I think we unlocked something. Oh yeah, I know what it was. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, I hate this map. I legitimately do not like this map.
Fringe.
Yeah, it's not fun for me. Uh, so anyway, do you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing, what we're thinking
Yeah.
about being up to?
Yeah.
So if there's anyone who's just joining us, or who's just showed up and doesn't know what's going on, we're Coin Op Theory.
Hooray for
Um,
us.
we have a small channel that we've launched, obviously here on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe, plug. Um, and we've taken a bit of a break. We've been looking for ways to kind of distill down what we do and what we want to talk about and the kind of things that we want to try. And I think we're this I by no means is our final step or what we're absolutely going to do going forward, but we're looking at a couple of different options. And if anyone is here and is listening to us talk about this and wants to weigh in, by all means, we're always looking for things that people want to see and talk about. And I think going forward, so we've done a lot of things. We tried talking about news. We tried talking about things in a certain light, and it's just not it's not really been, I think, exactly what we wanted to do. Um, having these like short form conversations about little things like that. So I think going forward, we've been discussing the possibility of missing horribly. Hang on. Shit.
Harry, you're alive. You're a horrible shot.
What is that from?
From Dumb and Dumber.
Oh shit.
You've seen it before, haven't you?
No.
Oh my. Okay.
I know. I don't care.
Anyway, it's the very end of the
Lord,
film,
everywhere
and like
I go. Everywhere I go.
Anyway, I'll just say this the scene where Jeff Daniels gets shot up by the bad guy at the very end, and then he's like, oh my god, he's dead, and like he pops up like a minute later because he had like a vest on,
Yeah.
and he has like a gun, and he unloads a clip. And misses every single time. Like this guy, he's like, "Oh Harry, you're alive, and you're a terrible shot."
Jesus. There we go. Pick it up. Thank you. Anyway, now that we've establish that I haven't seen Dumb and Dumber.
Wow, it blows my mind that you never.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, dude. I didn't watch Aliens until like 2 years ago. What do you want
It's
from
Dumb
me?
and Dumber though. I was like,
I don't. It's not interesting to me, honestly. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It was never like I never needed to watch that movie. I
Yeah.
guess. Anyway.
Unsubscribed.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Um. Jesus.
kinda
What
wanna
the hell?
I kind of want to make you watch to see your reaction to it.
At this point, do you really honestly think my reaction would be anything but just
You might like
pure
it. I know
derision?
this is goofy humor. It's like and it's Jim Carrey at his finest in the '90s.
That doesn't really.
Oh,
That
you
doesn't.
don't like Jim Carrey?
I do, but like at the same time, I get tired of Jim Carrey really easily. So like that may not necessarily be good for me. Anyway, we want to talk about the channel and not Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
So yeah, so a lot of what we've been doing has not exactly, I think, been exactly what we were looking for. And it also just flat out hasn't worked for our schedules, which is obviously why we stopped for, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
To kind of catch up. So I think going forward, what we're going to try to do is we've talked about the idea of like picking a theme for every week and basically doing a lot of focusing a lot of our content around that theme. So for example, our first week going back, which we're not quite back yet. This was kind of just something we wanted to do because we haven't, we've been playing this game and we want to talk about it a little. And we wanted to kind of reintroduce the channel a little.
Get UV down. Like scammer down.
Yeah, it's bad.
Don't you have a rocket launcher?
Yeah.
Take it down.
Hang on. Where is it? I think
In
it's
T
gone.
left, top left, I think I want to say.
Well, let's take care of that first. This isn't going to end well because I'm going to have to... Yep, that's what I thought. Oh, good. Good job, everybody. Well, pick those up. There you go.
There you go, it's gone now.
Um,
I'm like really big about like taking care of those things.
yeah,
like,
well,
pop
I tend to forget just because I'm
Oh.
like, whatever. Like, it'll
up. Oh,
work
there's
itself out.
someone commenting now.
Yeah,
on the
and for some
stream.
reason it's not showing my comments. So
Oh, no.
Sorry, everybody.
Hold on, let me pull out my phone.
Yeah. might
Oh,
as well do this.
professionalism at its finest. We're
Fuck
going
it.
up there.
We have like 17 devices and none of them work properly. So yeah, so it's going forward. We've kind of talked about the idea of picking up a theme every week and using that to kind of power our discussions in the games that we play. I think we're still going to do we've been doing these indie features that have worked out really well. We've really enjoyed doing them, and those may not necessarily follow the theme, but we've enjoyed them a lot. So I think we're going to keep doing those.
Oh, it's a Dark Ain Exel says
are you
hello,
trying to
then
do?
hello. Hello, Dark. How are you? Sorry, our chat's being goofy right now.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
it's
there it
backing
is.
up a
Pop
little
up for
bit.
us.
Hey, there it is. Good job.
Hey, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying us being terrible at this game.
Yeah, which I'm sure no one is. Like the
Yeah,
fact that we're
don't,
terrible.
Don't say you're so short. People love people getting shot in the face.
Ugh.
There's
Yeah,
whole movies
but
dedicated
that's
to it.
literally all that is happening right now.
Like, just pretend you're watching a movie, but instead of watching the hero killing guys, you're like, watching one of the like lackeys get
Hey,
shot
I was
in the
about to
face.
say, like, this is Stormtroopers, the movie.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is.
Bad boys, bad boys. What
Well,
you
the
gonna
lag's
do?
not helping,
What you
and
gonna
I know
do?
I'm blaming the lag. So this is
Oh,
a classic.
wow.
This is a classic Call of Duty stream now because I'm going to blame the lag when I lose. But it's not. It's absolutely not helping. Not to mention the fact that maybe I just don't understand some of these new weapons as much. But
well,
it
you
really
aim, you
feels
fire, so what's the difference?
No, it really feels like I'm going down faster than the enemies are when I shoot. Because I'll watch people shoot, and I'll go down in 2 or 3 shots, and then I'll empty a fucking clip into a guy, and he'll just shrug it off and keep walking.
Well, maybe you should aim better.
That,
there you go.
I mean, that might be it, but at the
I
same
mean,
time, it's like,
Aim
damn.
for aim for the chest, man.
I am. I always
There you
go center of mass. I barely ever bother with headshots.
Oh.
And by the way, if you're commenting in, we're happy to read them and interact, but our chat's gonna be a little bit laggy because it's YouTube. So apologies in advance for. Oh Jesus, that just never works out.
Well,
It
what
never
happened is
works
that
out
you were
for me.
focusing on one enemy and you went to the other one before you killed the
Well,
first one.
the aim assist will fuck you that way.
I know.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Kill
That's
the
why
UAV thing.
console shooters are fucking subpar. PC
Alright.
Master Race for life.
Alright, okay, calm down, everyone. Just
I'm sorry, we won't have that argument because I'm right. That mouse and keyboard is absolutely superior.
well, I know. Like,
Specifically because
have to
aim
tell me
assist
that.
exists. Yeah. So yeah, and by the way, we're gonna stop. We're gonna
Ah.
stop letting Eric pronounce names because he cocks it up
I'm
every time.
sorry, that English is my second language.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is
No, it
actually.
isn't.
Yeah, it is.
I don't believe you.
Okay, well it is. Sorry.
It's like I've known you too long. I'm not falling for this bullshit. Even if it's true, I'm not falling for it. I don't
All
care.
right, well,
Like, just completely reject your heritage. Like fuck you.
just like,
Get the fuck out of
aren't
here,
you
you
German?
Irish bastard. Uh, all right, so
Go, there you go.
no, come on. See, this is the bullshit that I have to put up with.
But
Is
keep
it-
shooting. Don't you stop shooting.
Well, cause that was you get a like a tempo down of like, all right, so this many shots and he's down, and they just don't go down. It's just like that's like, oh no, like this time you needed more shots because fuck you. And yeah, I have messed with the paint jobs a little. It's infuriating. And the
It's
thing about it
fun.
is well, what's annoying is that
Uh-huh.
I'm a creative person
Uh-huh.
who's not very artistic.
Okay.
Like I like it is the things that I know it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Just like-
But I'm just not a very good artist. You know, I get by with it's like, and of course I'm the one who made our art assets for the site, so of course you know that follows. So if they're bad, blame me. If they're good, don't listen to anything I say.
I'm trying to make one that like it's like an anime girl kind of thing. You'll see
Yeah,
later.
well, and
I'm
I've seen
trying to do
people who
that.
just like get really amazing, and I don't spend a lot of time with it because it infuriates me because it's like it's a console-based editor, so you kind of get what you pay for with it. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I've seen people who make like amazing shit, and I can't do that, so therefore it sucks. That's basically how it goes.
I mean, I'm planning like maybe later tonight. I'll like put like a podcast on and just like screw with it, you know? Cause
Yeah, I mean I play with it a little. I built the paint job on this gun, which is you know it's really unimpressive, so that's you know.
Oh,
obviously
you
I built
got rock in the booty.
it. What are you gonna do? I've done that so many times that I don't feel bad when it happens to me because I know you know it's really easy for people to just walk up behind you and pop you.
It is.
Um, but yeah, I like the paint editor. I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's better for some guns than other. And I'm actually wondering. I have a theory that like the later guns look better with the paint jobs because they're later guns. I don't know.
I
You know,
guess,
it's
I don't know. Well, the first gun, like the first assault rifle, like looks lame.
yeah.
It's like a shitty like AK. It's like, ugh,
Well,
things
there's
are
too
ugly.
much stuff that's covered up by machining on the guns. So like for this gun, there was really nothing to do with the paint on it because the paint is all of the paint. You can't put any definition to it because the paint is covered up by it's always covered up by like the action and everything on the on the rifle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's I'm sure it's fun if you spend some time with it, but at the same time I like the
Yeah,
camos
keep
better.
playing.
All right.
I just want to be the guy in the background.
That's cool. Don't forget to nudge your controllers. so
Nudge
sleep.
controllers.
Um, but yeah, it's fun, and if you spend some time with it, which is actually one of the things I was going to tell you about, so for anyone who doesn't know, because I didn't realize this until a few days ago, Remote Play on PS4 now works on all Android tablets. Someone built a modded SDK for it, and now you can just go download it without having to root your device. So I spend time sometimes at work, like throwing up the paint editor from home and just playing with my
Oh,
paints.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So like if you have the time, the paint editor is really fun. If you don't, you skip it. You know. Want the jungle head?
Jungle head.
I think I have. Oh no, I have the Arctic camo on there. Yeah, I'm switching to jungle. There we go. I'm all green. Yeah, sneaky. What's this? Look,
Oh,
more
God.
stuff that I'll never get. I've never gotten past the first
No, neither have
score
I.
streak. It's like I've never
Like,
used.
I can
these
get the
things.
car. That's about it.
Yeah, wee. just me and my RC car hanging out.
You know.
Though I will say, like games like this have made me want a drone. Like,
Yeah.
I want a drone really bad now. But anyway, let's go back to the channel and talk about that a little.
Okay.
So yeah, this to sum up what we were talking about before we derailed and started talking about paint. You know, our plan going forward is to schedule out a little bit better, and we'll have some updates. Hopefully, we're gonna get this kicking back up next week. You know, we're gonna try to schedule out our content a lot better. We're gonna break up some of our content, so we're gonna do kind of longer videos and then break them up a little to spread them out throughout the week. And then at the end of the week, the goal is to have one longer podcast style video
I
that
like
comes up, and these are
podcasts.
pre-recorded videos, by the way, because we're gonna intersperse streams in between these. So we'll be streaming sometimes. We'll be doing videos. The videos I think will be more focused on specific content like the indie features that we've
Yeah.
done in the past. Certain games if we come up with things that we want to talk about or we want to do. Um, we'll take those and build that content specifically for these pre-recorded videos, and we'll launch them throughout the week. And in the interspersed in that, when we have time during the week, because obviously a lot of this is night and weekend work for us, um, we'll intersperse that with streams of just stuff that we're playing. Like if one of them, I mean, Eric's been playing a ton of Fallout,
Yes.
so he's probably gonna he'll probably launch up and do some streaming on that.
Yeah,
I've been
maybe
playing a
tomorrow
decent
night. Who
amount of
knows?
Black Ops, so maybe I'll stream myself getting better. Um, or maybe I'll stream myself getting worse. Who knows?
Just grind time. Yeah.
Yeah, just me just throwing it on and talking to everybody. And during the streams, we're always happy to talk to everybody and do our best because the stream lags. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. And I mean, above all of that, this has been kind of an experiment for us,
Yes.
and it continues to be.
So we appreciate you guys being here for our experiments.
Yeah, by all means, if people have suggestions of things they want to see, obviously we're not like I'll say this up front, we're not a channel that's dedicated to any one game. Just a little background if you're new, I've been in games media for a bit back and forth, and I like that aspect of and this is why you'll see games like this I'm just flat out not very good at, because I'll tend to be a jack of all trades and play lots of different games,
Yeah.
lots of different ways.
Oh, he's dead.
And so I play much more for getting a sense of what the game is about than I do about being, excellent at it. So
Make a paint and colors black and gold. All right, I do a black and gold one.
yeah, we might throw on the paint editor here in a little bit and play with it if we just get tired of getting completely steamrolled by everyone else.
Right.
Apparently, only fucking ringers play in the morning. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
where
like
we're at.
thinking the time as well, because it's like what, almost 10 o'clock here. Maybe it's like it's evening in like Europe.
I don't think that holds for anything. I don't think
Okay.
that matters at all. I think like I'm looking for excuses and you're humoring me, I think is what's happening.
Oh, well, you suck. So there.
Yeah, I
you go.
really do. I mean, that's the thing is I flat out suck. There's
Yeah,
nothing. There's no two ways about that, and it irritates me sometimes. Sometimes I just let it go, but it's not good. And today is actually one of my worst days. I will say that. And whether you believe me or not, it's up to you. But this is definitely one of my worst days because I have had my moments.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. Is as soon as someone else shows up, the aim assist goes wonky, and
You just gotta hold it on them. You gotta like, there you go.
Well, and it's also a situation where there's pretty much you pretty much have a 2-to-1 chance to actually come out of that fight on top.
Be advised. Hostile care
Yeah,
package
there you go.
overhead.
What's up, asshole?
UAV inbound.
Gotcha. And see, here comes the other guy to
That's okay. This headshot the first guy.
Well, no, it's like, oh yeah, this is what I do. I'll just do that. Fuck off.
Salty Rob is slowly boiling to a point.
Yeah, it'll get there in a minute. See, this is why I wanted to trade off with you, because I have that cooling down session of like I can watch you.
No, it's actually a
struggle
lot more
for-
entertaining to have you pissed off. So
I know. Yeah. You know what? Just eat a big old jungly dick.
maybe I will. Maybe I like that kind of stuff. You don't know me.
Rolling thunder. Overhead.
Well, I know English is your first language.
No, it's not. You don't know
Look at
me.
this bullshit. They don't go down. It's like shoot him in the ass. And he just doesn't
Whatever.
drop. It fucking worked for Forrest Gump. Why the hell doesn't it work here? Hit Forrest Gump in the ass once, and he hits the ground like a sack of potatoes. These assholes.
Stop the bait, me,
And
man.
Forrest Gump was a goddamn national hero. What are these fuckers' excuses?
Play for
The
Bama?
robots?
Play-
Ugh. Ah, fucking Jesus. You know what? To hell with this.
What are you doing?
Huh? Switching classes?
Oh, I was like, it's, imagine you
Because
having
the
a
hit
button
fire on the
where everyone
submachine guns
dies.
is a lot better. Yeah, just hack the console. Fuck it.
He's hacked the console. What do we do? Pray.
It's a Unix system.
I know this.
This is bullshit, man.
Alright, that's okay. I got your new gun now. There you go. Unix. I remember as a kid being like, "Oh my god, like that's so cool." She's like hacking into the system, and you get older, you're like, "Wow, that's complete utter bullshit."
Hostile
Yeah.
UAV spotted.
You know, it's kind of funny. I do that. That's my job now, pretty much. is to just pretend that I know what the fuck I'm talking
Oh,
about.
so,
with
wait, so
people.
lock down raptors in rooms? That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
well, you never know, man. We do some like we get them some crazy shit. And obviously, I won't say anything about like where I work or that, but like that's it's funny that that kind of became my job. I'm at that weird point in tech now that I know just enough to talk my way through like situations, but I'm clearly talking to people that outclass me in every way. So I'm just like, yep, I know some of these words.
So it's 12 o'clock where Mr. Angel is at right now.
Yeah,
So, 12 o'clock,
Central Time.
is that noon or is that
Yeah.
like, is that midnight?
You in Texas, boy?
I
Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
don't know.
I'm from Texas, so that's where
I
that came
I-
from.
You know, things happening actually, Robert, is that despite the fact that you hate those kind of people from Texas, you're getting older and those
Oh
like
God,
that
dude,
the
I am
DNA is
turning
awakening inside of you.
absolutely into my father. It's not okay.
Yeah, it,
Love
dude,
you,
I
Dad,
know.
but Jesus Christ.
Like, my wife got mad at me the other day because I kept her up most of the night snoring. I'm like, oh god, that's what my dad did back in the day. I'm like, no, I'm a snorer.
Yeah, getting old sucks dicks.
So like, I got those like breathe right strips to help out. I'm like, oh great, now I'm this guy. I'm breathe right
Breathe
guy.
right guy.
Aha! Just right in the gut.
Yeah, I just fucking spray and pray.
It worked though.
Yeah, it's working. I don't give a shit.
So salty. He says the salt is real.
It's bad. I do lose my patience really easily, so
Yeah, so do I.
that's the thing. Oh God damn it.
Oh, you're floating.
Ugh. Well, I was trying to throw a grenade.
Be advised. Hostile
Nope.
counter UAV
Okay.
is online.
Shoot
I
down
don't
the
have
UAV,
I don't have the thing
motherfucker.
this time. I don't have the rocket launcher,
Oh,
so
that's okay.
someone
now.
else got it. Yep.
I just love doing that when it pops up. It's like, yeah, no, mind. You're dead.
One of the things too I definitely need to do is just get more familiar with these maps,
Hostile care
because
package overhead.
I mean I just don't know the approaches, and I mean games that I've played in the past, like when it comes to like Halo or some of the some of those, I know those maps like the back of my hand, and that is that's a huge part of my yeah, it's a huge part of
So Tennessee,
my actual skill.
Robert, he's a volunteer.
Tennessee volunteer? Did you volunteer to live in Tennessee? Is that what's happening?
Yep, Robert, that's how it works. Like, hey, how you doing? You go to
Might
Tennessee?
have,
Like, oh, I mean, you don't
we
have
need
to.
somebody. Yeah, we need somebody here. Like it's really bad. We like there's nobody here. If I have to, we'll give you like a house and rocket boots
Yeah, like-
if you'll come fucking live here.
Remember the Houston Oilers?
Like-
Yeah, they were great. Like, well, they're here now. They call it Titans. It's great. Like,
Why have you got to bring sports into everything?
because it's Call of Duty.
Ugh, God.
UAV spotted.
I knew who Marshawn Lynch was. Isn't that enough?
No, it's like the basic. No.
Be advised.
It's the only regret I have for moving to Seattle. I have to fucking put up with this Seahawks nonsense
Yeah,
every
I know.
goddamn day.
Okay, you think it's bad for you? It's way worse for me. Trust me.
I just like no, because you actually care about
No,
these things.
you think
Like,
you think you know, but you have no idea.
I just don't want to hear about football anymore.
Well, I don't hear about how the great they are when they won one time and then, like,
Ha!
that's it.
Nope. If you start a fucking football conversation in the comments, I am going to literally go blind.
So, just so everyone knows, Robert hates all sports except for hockey.
I don't
So-
hate all sports except for hockey, but I hate football.
Okay. Well,
I don't care who knows it either. Like, it
Okay,
doesn't
we
matter.
know, Robert. We know this.
Make enemies for life. I don't give a shit.
Wasted. Kitty. Yep, that's it.
Fuck. Ah! She like covered her face and fired blind.
Like, fuck it.
Pretty much. Damn it. Took a really weird hop. We'll say that the suppressors do a lot of good on the I feel like the suppressors are really good for the submachine guns. What the fuck do I know?
I
My
haven't used
KD
the
is
submachine at
garbage.
all in this game. And
I like the Kuda. I haven't picked up any of the others. I may
Yeah.
switch to a Weevil soon.
I like having the assault rifle. Like having that reach.
Yeah, we'll see. The suppressors improve range pretty much across the board. So
I thought
they
I thought it increased range.
no, I
Oh.
don't think so.
Hmm.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty
Uh.
sure it actually increases the range because I put a suppressor on a gun that had like a higher rate of fire but really crap range, and it did a lot better. Oop. Nope. God. See, that's what I'm talking about. Is it's this issue of like for whatever reason, when I hit one-on-ones on even ground, I will always come out on bottom. I think I need to get better at strafing.
Well, yeah, just trusting yourself, and like when you start shooting, just start trusting it and get them.
Yeah.
Cause you'll pull away sometimes. I noticed.
Yeah. And you know what's probably gonna happen here is I will wake up, and I may start streaming this game a lot more just so I can kind of chronicle that. What'll happen is that I'll wake up one morning, and I'll be like
Mission failed.
way better at this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't sign up.
You know, I'll get to a point where I'm just like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Can you stick around?
Yeah. Whatever.
All right. I'm gonna switch over to Eric now. He's going to give it a shot.
Okay.
I don't know what the
Sensitivity.
fuck is wrong with my accent today, man? I need to drink more.
Enforcer. You've seen
So
it speaks for itself.
let's talk a little bit more about the channel, Eric. What do you? I mean, and we've talked about this some, but we can talk about it here. I don't care. What are you what else are you hoping to see from what we're doing?
I really want to be able to talk about.
I like how you feel like you're like making this up. It's like, I wanna
talk.
talk, and I'd like to see things.
Well, I guess it's like I want to make a channel that's different from everybody else.
Good luck.
Which is exactly it's like that's,
You let me know when you figure out how that works.
But basically, I mean, I just want something that people can come to. It's fun, like they can learn something about the games or our viewpoints, even if they could be like completely contrasting on a certain game or a certain aspect of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way most streamers are doing, where it's very like bro-y.
Well, and I mean to be fair, like, and there's always that, and I understand what you're getting at because I've seen this in the past too. I mean, I think there's a huge gap in quality a lot of times, where you have people who know what they're talking about but don't necessarily have the right medium, and you have people who don't know what they're talking about who have all the like access to everything, and they're the ones who kind of you'll get those people who they're the ones who get a lot of the attention. And it's not to say that there aren't skilled streamers and YouTubers
No,
and
Lord,
people
no.
like that that have everything they need and they're also really smart about what they're talking about. But yeah, there is that. I understand what you mean. But at the same time, keep in mind that that's not all that's out there.
Oh, I know. That's why I have fun. Like I want it to be a
Yeah.
fun thing to do.
I mean, I think I think there are situations where there are things out there that aren't getting talked about that I've wanted to pursue a little bit more in writing and just haven't had the time, or things that gotten a chance to look into, or that people are missing out on. And I mean, there are discussions that we want to start, and we definitely want people to kick in on. And the dog clearly wants a spot on the couch, and it's not happening. Get down.
I want to be here. I'm
God,
tangled
you are
up. I don't
the
know what's
worst.
happening.
My dog is just the most
It's a
pathetic
mess.
thing on
It's
the
a hot
planet.
mess, Bubba.
But yeah, I mean, I think there are discussions that we'd like to have and things that we want to, dive into a little. And eventually, we're working on a lot of things. We have a lot of things in the pipe. Site redesign is definitely going to be one. I think we're gonna pull them. We've had a site for a while. We're gonna pull that down and focus on the YouTube channel for a little bit of time. And thanks Dark Angel for stopping in and chatting with us.
Yeah,
Have
man.
a good one.
See you later, dude.
Definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to come back and hang out with us some more.
Owie.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we've wanted to talk about in the past, and that I think people want to talk about more and don't always get that opportunity with some places. So we kind of want to mix that. I mean, and that's one of the things we're by no means going to. If you're coming here to see like professional level play, you are not in the right
You were
place.
sorely
But,
mistaken. I mean,
yeah,
look at that.
like we're here to goof off and goof off, but still bring up some interesting topics and to engage these. And the games are mostly just a backdrop for that.
And discuss
We-
how people are like, not happy about anything ever. like people get everything they want from these companies, and they're like, no, I'm not. I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, and it's the thing. I definitely want to explore a lot of that because we're at an interesting time for that kind of like overhype, situation. See,
Wow.
it's
What's
a
this?
problem. It's rough. You got that divided attention that you've got to deal with. It's like there's a present danger
This one
and there's
thing
a sure kill.
was like, yeah,
Mm.
what's that thing was like? I was like, oh, I can kill this guy. I want the perfect shot, which is dumb.
Yeah.
What a dumb thing to do to yourself.
The hitboxes on this are they're really tight. They don't give you a lot of grounds
No, I
to
don't. You're right. No,
to do stuff. But and it could also be the loadouts. I'm gonna play around with the setup on this gun. I like this gun a lot,
Yeah, it's
but
a
at
nice
the same
gun.
time, I feel like it's missing something. Careful.
Yep.
That's a rough approach. You know what I mean? This is the kind of thing we want to analyze how some of these things work, and you know, if we ever get to a point where we feel authoritative enough to give tips and things like that, you know, we definitely want to do
Well,
that
I got
as
a couple
well.
tips for this game already.
I know. Well,
Like
but
shoot
you're
bad guys and don't die.
yeah, I was about to say the pointy end goes into the other guy.
Yeah.
And you're definitely of the two of us, you're going to be the veteran shooter player.
Yes.
I mean, I've been playing shooters for a long time, but you've played, you know, competitively and in the past. And this is like Wolfenstein days, so if it seems like he's lost a step, that's probably fair. No offense, Eric.
Bye bye.
But at the same time, yeah, this is the whole point of this endeavor is much more about the industry and the community than it is about us being pros or whatever.
No, because we're like yeah, we're not. Those
We're
people.
fucking yeah. We are a far cry from being really decent. at a
Far
lot of
Cry.
games.
Ah.
Really? Well, you don't even care about Primal, so don't even. Oh God, you
Yeah,
are
who
straight
cares?
fucked.
Primal. Who cares?
I think it's gonna be good.
okay,
We've had
you
this
can
discussion
you can
already.
think all the things you want, Think Link, but you know what? It's gonna be bad, and I tell you right now.
Eric, in the time that we've been doing this, how many times have I called some pretty legitimate things?
You're
know
not
I
always right,
understand
though.
that I'm not always right, and I would never. If I was always right, there would be something seriously wrong with this industry. But at the same time, I've got a pretty good feel for how some of these things work, and I think Primal was one of those things that
Yeah.
I think they approached it in the right way. I think the trailer was not as good as it could have been, but I think the premise and the heart behind that game is potentially in the right place.
I guess maybe it's my own fault for playing Far Cry 4 the first
Yeah.
Far Cry I played.
Yeah, that was
and
the
being
problem.
like, this is dumb. Like this is a dumb game.
It was a fun game.
Ugh. I
Well,
mean,
okay,
it was-
no, screw you because you enjoyed it while
I-
you're playing. You're like, this is amazing, and then you got to the end, it's like, eh.
Yeah, it was just like it was just like, oh, well, guess what? I'm the bad guy. Oh, you can shoot me.
And he says,
or you can...
I'm the salty one.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Spoilers. It's that's also something else. We are not going to be shy about a lot of spoilers, so if you're sensitive about that kind of thing, there's nothing I can tell you. We'll try to give it a decent statute of limitations, but usually if the game's been out a year,
By
you
the
had your
way,
chance.
your dad dies in Fallout 3. Oops.
What? That doesn't happen. You do have sex with a lady and she stabs you in the chest, though.
In Fallout 3?
Yeah.
What
Oh yeah.
What,
So fucking spoiler ahead. Spoilers behind and ahead.
I think he's talking about Far Cry. 'Cause he's
Oh,
really...
Fallout 3. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I was
see.
thinking Far Cry 3. Yeah, no, I don't care about Fallout 3.
Liquidator.
Liam Neeson dies.
Again. Oh, I do. I know that. Yeah, that happens in like the first 20 minutes.
That's 20, not 20 minutes.
Well, I don't give whatever however long I played it. That's how long it happened. That's how long into the game it happens. So it's not very long.
In my sights.
Anyway, but yeah, so the idea behind a lot of this is to, you know, to give us I mean, this is all about, you know, giving people a place to come and talk. Obviously, it's you know, and like you said, I mean, doing something that nobody's done before, because this is a problem we faced when, you know, when we've been trying to come up with content and come up with things that we can, like, recurring segments and stuff that we wanted to do. I mean, we don't have that. There isn't a lot of things that haven't been covered, that haven't been done before, and
No.
sometimes all you can hope to do is try to do those same things better, or try to do them a little bit differently, and sometimes you know, there's not always ground to cover there. But you know, I feel like what we're doing is worth doing, and I feel like what we're doing is interesting, you know, of its own accord. Hopefully other people think so too. And quality has been a big concern for me, and that's another reason we've been kind of slow to start, is because we're missing some equipment, and the dog is indiscriminate about running around. Well,
Scrap metal.
yeah, so there's, you know, we're working on improving a lot of that too. So, you know, if you're interested in what we're doing, you can take that ride with us.
Wow!
Are you all right?
It's a funny thing to say when you die. Wow. Okay, that done.
Um, yeah, so it's something that that we're still kind of working on and we're still kind of feeling out. But I think the most recent approach that we've come up with is going to be something that will allow us to do something a little bit new or a little bit unique, while still kind of staying
Bunker down.
focused on what we wanted to do. Which it was always about. It was always about the discussion. It was always about talking about things and talking about different aspects of gaming in general that we thought were interesting or we thought that were getting missed. And we'll always come back. We follow mainstream gaming media pretty closely now, and we'll always come back to that. One of my main stickler points on this is I will always try to source my opinions and my statements as best I can, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will make boundless, really out there statements or really out there predictions that they can't support, and it doesn't that you don't do that. That's not a good idea. Um, so those are always things that I've always tried my best to make sure that when I have an opinion or when I state something that I think is going to happen or needs to change, that I have stuff to back that up. So a lot of this is also going to be about us doing the research so you don't have to. And giving those opinions and kind of collating a lot of things that come from a lot of different places. For example, we've talked a lot about Black Ops, about the good and bad points that we found on it. And one of the things that I've read recently that I thought was interesting is Jim Sterling. If you don't know who Jim Sterling is, he's kind of, I mean, I feel like at this point he's like part legitimate journalist, part shock jock. He's,
Yeah, she's about right.
yeah, I mean, you love him or hate him, and that's it. There's lots of people, lots of personalities like that they're very love or hate. I think he's one of those that I think really does source a lot of his opinions well. Whether or not his opinions are wildly polarizing is one thing. But he wrote a review for this game, and it was really interesting, the perspective that he had on it, because Jim Sterling's one of those that's reviewed for one outlet or another, has reviewed pretty much every Call of Duty game that's come out. And it's a yearly franchise at this point. And you know what his assessment of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was?
What?
That it just doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing and it's kind of sad in a way, and it's one of those things again that feels like it'd be a really polarizing review, because there are people who are really, really big fans of the series, and there are people like us who, we're excited to invest our time in it because we haven't played one in a while. And it's kind of disheartening when you see a review like that, because it was a generally positive review, because I think he admitted that there were things about the game that, I mean, it's a game that, it's a franchise that's kind of changed the competitive shooter genre, and I mean the shooter genre in general, and it's influenced a lot of things. But at the same time, it's just done too much, overall, and it's been really difficult to distinguish them, and it's really difficult to get excited about them for a lot of people, especially because you have people on one hand who've played every single one who are bored, or who are complaining about it because it's either not the same or it's not interesting. And you have people who just show up out of nowhere and they feel kind of left behind or disoriented, because this franchise has been built over several years now.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that his assessment was just that it doesn't really matter what you feel about the game, because in a year every opinion you have about this game is going to be completely supplanted by another one.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep happening. And that's something that was interesting to me, and something that when this is, I think we're thinking this is going to be the first theme for when we get relaunched, is talking about whether or not series should end, and not just Call of Duty, but lots of different series. So we have some plans for that, and I have some interesting points that I'll bring up on that later on. But it's one of those things that point specifically is interesting enough to talk about, where we don't have to keep belaboring whether or not one game is good or give specific reviews. We can talk about the idea of whether or not like, there are people who think Call of Duty needs to end. Some people just think it needs to keep going, or maybe needs to take a break. There are lots of games like that. There are other games that I mean, and this is an interesting example because it's a yearly franchise that a lot of people have been really stale on for the last couple of installments haven't necessarily been the best. This one I feel like has been like a really big step up, and it's done well. I think it did $550 million in its first in its launch weekend.
That's a lot of money.
Did you see that? It's a ton of money.
Not how much money is Fallout 4 though.
Yeah, I think it's so
Mm-mm.
according to,
Check your numbers.
well, we'll check the numbers, but according to the information I saw, now it did come out before it did come out before Fallout, so I'll double check
Because I
this.
think it's
But
already sold like over like
it did Fallout 4 did 1.5 million sales, not dollars, but 1.5 million downloads on Steam in its first 24 hours. Now that doesn't necessarily, like, sales numbers and ship numbers are not always the same. A lot of people like to fudge that stuff. So I'll look into it and we can come back
I
to it
think
later.
actually Fallout 4 did like 12.1 million in the first 24 hours on Steam.
It's possible. So that's 12 million copy. Yeah, 12 million copies in 24 hours is not the same necessarily as like 550 million in sales. We can do the math on it. Um,
70 million. So.
okay, so it did. So all right, so it shattered that record pretty quickly, which is not surprising. Well, what I was bringing up, and this is like, I'll clarify this. It's like you can enjoy being right. That's fine.
Oh, I am.
Because I didn't look up these numbers yet. Well, because the numbers for Call of Duty came out before Fallout 4 numbers had rolled in, and at the time it was the biggest entertainment launch of the entire year.
I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's nothing to sniff at. I mean, we're talking a difference of 250 million dollars. That's still, they're
A
still
quarter of a
up
billion
there.
dollars.
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's the thing is, like, they're both, those numbers are so, the numbers on both of them are so astronomical at this point that it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if you take them individually, it's a big deal. But yeah, I mean, with a game like this, it's interesting to see something like that, and it's disappointing to see, an assessment like that. That a game that's done that much and has made itself that much more relevant, and it's been a really big talked about launch. And the fact of the matter is like he's in a way, to me, he's very right in that all of those accolades, all of that interesting, stuff, it's not really going to be important when the next one comes out. They're just going to roll right past it. And I mean, certainly the company can't afford to backtrack and look at, their older titles. So, what's going to happen? It's just going to disappear. It's going to go back. It's going to go the way of Black Ops 2, where, I mean, people, I'm sure, are still talking about it, but it's not really in the public eye because the next one's out, and everyone's already kind of looking. Will be, in the next couple of weeks, everybody's already going to be looking forward to the next one, and trying to see what happens there. And that's a really odd way to. It's a really odd way to keep your franchise. To me, it's just like you can't really look at the successes you've had necessarily because you're constantly sitting there going like, well, we got to do another one. Just crank back into the machine. So. It's interesting. I'll be interested to see how it goes from here. And there's lots of other shitballs.
There you go. See you later, asshole.
Boom.
Blackouts. Oh. Boop.
Forgot I switched.
Slide on down.
Christ on sale. Pick that up. Fine. And interestingly enough, I have to hand it to the community as a whole. I have not really dealt with that many, like, trolls and assholes when I've been playing this.
Literal
Now,
motherfuckers.
yeah, I mean, now that being said, I have muted chat religiously.
Yeah.
So that's happened every once in a while, but I don't really count that a lot of times just because, I mean, people people leave their mics on for, all kinds of reasons. So who knows?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I just haven't really dealt with a lot of people who are, being jerks.
Annoying.
Yeah. Fucking jack shit. That was a waste. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Why is it that it's one of those things that, like, theirs always gets me. Mine always does a little bit of damage and they just keep rolling. I think something's wrong here.
Yep.
It's not me. It can't be me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's totally. I was like, yeah, they just program it to where like, oh, it's what we're playing.
Oh no, I'm totally.
It's full confetti instead
I'm
of
totally
explosives.
ready to accept that this game was manufactured and engineered so that I would enjoy it, buy it, and then they could retask it to where my guns don't do as much damage.
Precisely.
Yeah, I mean, I totally think that's reasonable. I mean, it makes perfect sense. They really just don't want me to succeed.
No.
Why would they?
Because everyone's out to get you, Robert. That's
oh, dude,
logical.
are you kidding me? They are out to get me.
Yeah, everyone is.
I really hope my sarcasm is coming across right now.
Slash
Because sometimes
sarcasm.
it doesn't. I realize that really poorly. Like communicating with people I don't know, people just be like, "What?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm just kidding. Like, calm down." Oh, here comes the lag train. Here we go. Wee, toot toot. Lag train has lots of brakes, and they they are being employed frequently. Jesus. And that's the thing too, is I am wondering, because there are situations where it feels like I should have reacted faster. Like, I wonder if there are situations where the system is actually not reacting very fast, and it's not necessarily me. That was me.
Busted.
But there are other times when I'll round a corner and it seems like I'm already dead.
Nice shooting.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Nice
I need to
shooting,
get my
Tex.
strafe. Like, there's strafe tactics that you can use, and I need to get those down better.
I just like my focus when I get a new game, is just get the aiming down.
Well,
Like that's just
shit
like that's your focus. That's your main core of play this game is
Yeah.
how can you aim and like how the gun reacts to you shooting.
If I really want to get better, I should switch back to iron sights.
Yeah.
I think that's really what I should be doing. Or I can
Yeah,
just
that-
shoot people in the face. Nope. Boop. Cooked it. Really? Thank you. And downing. Ah, shit. We're never gonna get those dog tags. They're just
I
gonna
know,
keep
right?
pouring down.
Just attack too far.
Yeah. Let's see if we can flank a little here. Probably not, but we'll try. Some fries, motherfuckers! Wait. Damn it. I was afraid that was gonna happen. Let's do this.
You know what I hate,
Hello.
Robert?
I'm gonna guess it's not black people.
Well, that's the true thing. I do love black people. They're my favorites.
Hey Joey, how you doing? Out there, wherever you are.
You know I love black people. Like they're my favorite people in the world. Like they're the coolest ones.
Yeah, it happens.
Like it's just like,
Except for Joey.
oh, wait. It's just like the
Calling
one
him out.
uncool black guy.
Calling him out.
I hate bullshit's controversy, like the whole Starbucks cup
don't.
thing.
Did you really like? I was really hoping you wouldn't go there,
Yeah.
and you went there, and now I'm gonna be angry.
I'm just telling you, I was like, I hate the whole
Yes,
everything about it.
but that still makes you part of the problem.
No, it
Eric.
doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I can
Because
compl-
there are people
Yeah,
who
no,
there are people
bullshit.
who love to talk about it, and there are people who hate it, and those people love to talk about how much they hate it.
Well, just like I hate the fact that as a society
This
we're
is
doing
what-
this. That's all I'm
I
gonna
know
say.
you and everybody else, but we don't like. Just don't talk about it, Eric.
I
It's-
can't.
The only
I
thing,
have
honestly,
to.
the only thing you can do to win this whole situation is to pretend that, like, just to be so far above the situation that you, like, ideally, I wouldn't, if I was really, really above all of this, I wouldn't even know what the fuck people were talking about. Because that, I mean, that's the dream, is for people to say shit like that and me to go like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have real shit to do. Get out of my face. Like, I don't want to argue about it. Like, I don't. It's
No, I
all
don't
of
want to
it's
argue, but I
wrong.
just tell you that I think it's bullshit. You know.
I know, but like, do you understand like the really meta point that I'm trying to make?
Oh, I know. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
It's just like I want to be known that I don't care about it. Like I want to know
See,
this.
that's the
That's the
problem.
Kill a UAV thing. You're all fuzzy. Help your teammates out. There you go.
I'm always scared to do it because it's like as soon as I look up, there's gonna be like 5 guys.
You're gonna
with
die anyway. Who
shivs.
cares?
I know. But I was hoping to hold out a little bit longer, Eric. See, now I'm like, yeah, the lag's like preventing jumps and see, that one was lag. I'm calling it. Whether or not it shows up on the stream is another situation. I don't know.
What's that noise?
Well, fuck you. I don't know what that noise was. Yeah, I thought about that too. I saved you! Well, I picked your dog tags up at least.
Nice.
Whoa, I fucking just dropped. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Ah! Fucking fuck. I hate those moments where you're just like, I had a good approach and then someone came from behind. Ugh.
It came from
No thanks.
behind.
See that shit? That was that thing that guy threw. What an asshole.
I use those sometimes. They're kind of fun.
You know what? You're an asshole too. Uh-oh. Hmm,
The Shire.
this might be a problem.
Hostile
Nope.
care overhead.
Just nope.
So Robert,
There he is. There he is.
which
Ha!
movies are you looking forward to soon?
Movies? What is
Other
this?
than
Middle Ages?
other than Star Wars.
Oh God, Star Wars. Don't even.
I
get me started.
know. We're gonna see it
I
IMAX.
want to fucking see the Peanuts movie, man.
Oh, I've heard. Do you watch the Nostalgia Critic at all on YouTube?
No.
Okay. Well, he does a good job. He's really honest about his opinions, and he's like, you know what? It was good. There's certain things about it that I didn't like, but I was worried about it. He said, like, I was worried about it being like dumb. But he says it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Tomahawk.
Oh Jesus.
No, I've not seen Inside Out yet.
Inside Out was pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
And The Martian was really good.
I need to see it too.
Yeah, The Martian was legit. Did you like Apollo 13?
I love Apollo 13.
You will enjoy the shit out of The Martian.
B.
Sorry, what were we talking about? I was thinking about The Martian. Him too.
Roar. Daffy Duck. I don't
God,
like
that
you very
tomahawk
much.
is, like I was watching the rollback from the feed. That tomahawk was straight in that guy's spine.
I know,
It
it was
not fuck around with that shit.
It was like a.
that
like,
was some Mel Gibson shit, man.
No, it was a Friday the 13th kill, huh? And today's Friday the
Oh,
13th,
my-
huh?
Oh, it
Anybody?
is.
No? Alright.
That's why I'm doing so poorly. Blame whatever I want on whatever I want.
Because I'm a man. Alright, so I think we're going to close it up now.
You want to do one more and then close it out? Yes.
Okay. Let's see Robert fail one more time,
Yep.
folks.
Yep, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna switch back to. Oh, I can't switch back to iron sights, can I?
Okay, you take off your sight thing.
I don't know. It won't.
There you go.
actually.
There you go. Just take it off.
It's not
Hold on. Just switch to different attachment. Let's do something else. Do like the.
the what.
Oh,
It's
you
not-
can't?
Yeah, I don't think it'll like let me. I don't know how to. Oh, there's a remove button. Jesus
No,
Christ. Fucking ass.
You
Anywho,
ass!
we got a new wild card. What is the new wild card? It's a pistol thing. Take a second attachment for you. I don't care about that.
No one can see my eyes. I'm a green lady. I'm Gumby, bitches.
Oh yeah, I can do this.
Now you can be the
What
Asian
the fuck
lady.
is like this is some Destiny bullshit? This high
Piss-
caliber revolver.
I know.
I don't care about.
You can be
these.
pissed off Asian woman.
I'm doing this.
Or guy with swords.
And they're gravity spikes. They're not swords. He's jungly as fuck.
You can be super dude bro.
Ever like you don't know his deal. You don't know his deal. Like he
I
could
read
have
it-
a
I
really
read his
troubled
card.
past.
I read his card. I get him. It's kind of like, he was a military family kid and lived in a rough neighborhood. You better watch out.
See, if they really wanted to put this on its head, they could like they like just turn this whole series upside down. They could be like, this guy was like a Viking frozen in ice, and they thawed him out and taught him to use weapons, and now he's like a special ops guy.
I would
like
I would
Spec
love
Ops
that.
Viking.
That's so dope.
That would be badass. We're just like, we figured it out, guys.
And like he doesn't understand.
We've cloned all of the greatest warriors from
He-
throughout human history.
He literally does not speak a lick of English, but he understands killing. That's
He's
all.
like-
It's the only language he needs
Just
to
like
know.
Genghis Khan with an assault with an MG, just like fucking wrecking everybody.
So it's kind of like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but with murder.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, I mean, you could, like, there's no end to where you go. And like, okay, all right, here we go. Black Ops 4, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
They've passed, like, they've perfected this fucking Matrix bullshit that they came up with in this one, all right?
All right.
And they've also protected like Jurassic Park style cloning, and so they've gotten the idea to like all like they've built special ops teams based on the greatest warriors in human history. You know, they cloned Miyamoto Musashi and put him in like a Sigget suit and gave him a gun and a sword, and they've got like Vikings and what else we got? Like there's like Spartans, like fucking Leonidas is up there.
Oh shit.
All right,
Well,
and that's like your Black Ops team. Okay, now here's the thing. And all of a sudden you figure out that whoever your Op 4 is, okay, I don't know who's like the fucking it could be the Russians or whoever else.
Yeah.
They fucking cloned Hitler. And you just basically do World at War. All right, good job everybody.
all right, guys. Thank you for watching. We've loved.
Yeah, all right, we'll call it here. But yeah, so that's okay. Now Black Ops, you can have like Treyarch, just give us a producer credit, and you can totally have that idea.
And have like invite us over like for streaming. Like, oh, Coin Up there is coming to our studios to do stuff.
Sure, Well, yeah, that's the deal.
It's
And then you can
it's
have it.
marketing.
I
Just,
don't need royalties
Robert,
necessarily.
stop
We'll be all
marketing.
right.
We don't market ourselves with this kind of stuff. Can't just give shit away for
I don't know,
free.
whatever, man. Like we already said
I
about
like.
it. It's
I
public domain now. It doesn't fucking matter.
I like how those 4 people on the team, you guys won, and you were not in the top 3.
I don't fucking.
You were like, you still lose even though you win.
Suck by proxy. All right. Well, we're gonna keep doing this. And I'm hopefully gonna stream and get a little bit better, and we'll see what happens there. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you're at all interested in what we're gonna be coming, what we got coming up. I think we got some really cool stuff coming up. We're gonna try to update as best we can on Twitter. That will be your job. He's waving because we totally can be seen by anyone. You're
Oh, we're waving at people.
really
We're waving at nice
fucking
people.
rookie mistake.
You're fucking. Come back now, you hear? It's the end of the Hillbillies, like waving at you.
I'm not pleased with you right now.
Okay, well, I love that show, don't you?
It's fine.
What?
Anyway, yeah. So please subscribe and check back in with us if you're interested in what we're doing. Hopefully, we're gonna be having some cool. We're gonna have some cool stuff to talk about coming up here pretty soon.
Well, you better stick around, because it's going to get lit up in here. That's right.
I don't
said
even
it.
know. I'm not sure what that means, but we're gonna end on that. So, bye everybody. See you later. That's helpful.
Oh,
it's me.
it's your job there, Slick. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Shoot and
Nobody
give,
looks.
kiss.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought you'd be happy, you punk.
Well, I'm always.
Okay, stop.
I'm
Okay,
never
hit the top
happy.
one. X.